everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Alright, so today I am just before band rehearsal and I'm in my singer's backyard area. So yay Daryl, he has a killer backyard for awesome backdrops and whatnot here. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video today in a scenic outdoor setting is I want to talk about the James Webb Space Telescope that has been launched, around the 1st of this year, and it's parked about 1,000,000 miles away from Earth, so it can have a great shot at the universe as we know it. So anyway, the James Webb Telescope, it put out some images this last week. Its first color images made known to the public. Put those out this week, and so what I heard is the way to imagine. I'm going to put a photo of the images in this video so you can see what I'm talking about, all the galaxies and things like that that are exposed in this image. But anyway, to put this image into perspective is if you was to take a grain of sand in your fingers and hold it out at arm's length. That grain of sand is the distance of sky that was photographed by this space telescope. So just to imagine, it's a big ass sky and a whole lot of space out there, and that shot of all these galaxies that you're looking at was brought to you by focusing just on that little space the size of a grain of sand. So I've been geeking out, about space and our position in space and everything over the last couple of days with this telescope and these images and everything. I find it extremely fascinating. These all these galaxies you're looking at, and just imagine each of those galaxies is at least maybe 10,000 light years across, maybe more, maybe less, but our galaxy is something like 86,000 light years across from edge to edge, which is an insane number for people like you and me to think about. Blows our mind. And you're looking at these thousands of galaxies in this image, and each one of those little specks is a galaxy that's at least 10,000 light years across. It's just absolutely mind-boggling numbers and distances and everything like that. So there's a mathematician and theorist some of you may or may not have heard about. His name is Frank Drake. He has a famous equation known as the Drake equation. It's a really complex, really detailed equation about the evolution of suns and planets and evolution of all sorts of things. And so basically, to cut down a long story here, the Drake equation has calculated that in our galaxy alone there's at least 500 million Earth-like planets just in our galaxy as it is right now. So that's 500 million planets. You could theoretically step off of a spacecraft, step off, breathe in some fresh air, drink some water. May or may not be life on there, intelligent life, we don't know. But 500 million planets just like this one that we're enjoying today. It's absolutely insane. There's another telescope that went out of commission a few years ago called the Kepler telescope, that was also a space telescope. They did a study of 150,000 suns, I guess, in our galaxy or in our local area. 150,000 suns, stars, suns, whatever you want to call them. And out of these 150,000 stars, they found 24 Earth-like planets that are actually, some of them are actually even better than Earth planets. So 24 Earth-like planets, possibly even better than Earth planets, within those 150,000 stars. So that's, just blows your mind to think that is out there. And Carl Sagan, who was a huge proponent of the two Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 missions that took off in 1975 and have left our solar system, or out in interstellar space now. But anyway, one of the Voyager spacecrafts, before it left, it was in the area of Pluto from what I understand. They turned the camera around or whatever they had the spacecraft take a photograph of Earth from the vantage point of Pluto. And it's just, Carl Sagan, he coined the faint blue dot, something to that effect. So it's basically Earth. I'm going to have a picture of it up here on this video that, you're out around the distance of Pluto, and it's a faint blue dot is Earth that you're looking at. And another thing that just kills me is, like, you're looking at this tiny little blue dot and then realizing that on that dot is me, you, these trees, the entire world that we exist in, all the technology we enjoy every day, all the problems we deal with every day, all the politics, all the craziness, all the good stuff, all the great stuff, all the movies, the music, all that exists on that tiny little blue dot out there. And if you take that thought process to the next level, and we're talking about the Drake equation, where you have 500 million Earth-like planets. If you imagine those 500 million planets, just like us, where there's people, animals, technology, everything, and then you take that to the next level, super next level, is that photograph that was released by the James Webb Space Telescope of all those thousands of galaxies that are 13 billion light years away. That each of those galaxies has millions and millions of planets, just like Earth itself, in those galaxies, planets just like this one, and people and animals, beings, I don't know, but life, intelligent life, all sorts of life. It's just crazy mind-blowing to think about those types of numbers, those types of distances, those types of realities. It just really gets my gears turning, and the geek in me really comes out. So I've been geeking out about that the last couple of days since those images came out from NASA. So anyway, just thought I would make a video about my thoughts on that. I hope you enjoy it. If you like these kinds of videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment your thoughts about what I was talking about in the section below. I'd like to hear what you guys think about all this as well. And as a final thought, a lot of people on social media groups, are talking about that they have a hard time imagining, a never-ending universe, and you can't ever see the end of our universe, and those kinds of mind-boggling possibilities. What makes sense in my mind is, imagine our universe is like a bubble inside of a foam, basically a bubble inside. We're basically existing in a foam of universes, where each bubble exists as a universe. Bubbles can expand, bubbles can contract and pop, bubbles can overtake other bubbles, things like that. So imagine, that we exist in a bathtub per se, full of bubbles, and each bubble is a universe, and inside of each universe exists everything that we see all around us. That's what makes sense in this brain right here. It makes sense to me, and makes logical sense to me. So anyway, that's the way I like to think of our universes. We're just one universe in a bubble and a foam of many, many, many universes. So that's pretty crazy deep stuff to make your brain smoke, but it really gets my gears turning. I love thinking about outside of the box things like that. But anyway, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and make comments about what you thought about what I was speaking about, and what you think about the James Webb Telescope and other things of that nature. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.